Hi there, it's Debbie with the Pickin Coop Farmstead, and today I'm going to be roasting these beautiful beets that I got from my friend Shae of Shae's Garden. I just went down there and had a lovely visit with her. She's absolutely wonderful. Super sweet lady, I might add. So anyways, what I have done, I'm going to be making refrigerator pickled beets. I've tried to grow beets, and I'm just not successful for some reason. I think my soil is too compact with that red clay. I don't know. Maybe eventually I'll be able to get mix some soil with sand. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. But, however, you want to scrub, trim the tops off, and don't throw those beet greens away because they make delicious juice, and I'm going to dehydrate mine. I could make some juice with them, I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to dehydrate at least half of them because I'm going to put them in my multivitamin mineral tincture. They'd be perfect for that. So you're going to cut these tops off. I leave the roots on, otherwise they bleed like crazy. So then, let me bring you around here. Sorry, making you dizzy. So I have a pan to roast them in. It's just a Pampered Chef stoneware. And then I'm using, let me tell you, this is called bellyful.net, how to make roasted beets. So she shows you how to roast the beets, which I've never done before, so I had to print that one out. And then she also has the refrigerator pickled beets. So we're going to be following both of these recipes. I will link them in the comments for you. So first of all, she tells you to do exactly what I just did. You leave the roots on, scrub them very well, leave the roots on, and trim the tops off. Then you're going to loosely wrap them. I'm just going to kind of go like this in tin foil, and then I'm going to place them in my little deal there. So I'm just going to coil the roots around, and don't do this tight at all. I guess you want the steam to kind of escape from that. I'm very excited. I love pickled beets. I never used to when I was younger. When my mom and I would go out to lunch, we used to love to go thrift store shopping, yard selling, all that fun stuff. And then we would go to lunch, and she always would put pickled beets on her salad. And I'm like, ew, how could you do that? She goes, oh my gosh, it's so good. You need to try it. Well, guess what, folks? I now love it. So if you don't use them for anything else, put them on your salads. It's amazing. All right, this is the little baby one. He's awfully cute. Okay, I'm going to stuff them all in there. You're supposed to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Put them on the middle rack, and it says medium beets to roast them at that temperature for 1 hour, I think is what she says. Yes, but if they're small, medium, that's for medium. For small, most of these are small. She says to check every 30 minutes. And the way you check for doneness is to put a skewer in them and see if it just goes right in. And once that happens, they're done. So when we get to that point, we'll be back. Okay, Johnny boy, out of the kitchen. Johnny, out. He thinks I'm going to feed my chickens, so he's barking to hurry me along. All right, so I figured I'd show you while we're waiting for the beets to roast. I have thoroughly washed all of my beet greens or leaves, and you're going to lay them out on your dehydrator. This one's kind of chicken food. Make sure they're nice, green, viable leaves. And I leave the stems on. I grind those up. I don't really grind them. I kind of loosely chop them when I go to make my, you can actually just eat these. Mmm. Mm-hmm. They're good. They taste just like the beets. And they're very, very good for you. Oh my, these are delicious. I know you're watching, Shae. Your beets are divine. Oh, I can't wait for the day that I can actually grow these guys. If you're not following Shae, she's on Facebook. Shae's Garden. S-H, I will link her in the comments, but S-H, sorry, I'm chewing, talking, and trying to do this all at the same time. There we go. S-H-A-E' Garden. And like I said, I'll link it in the comments, but she's got the most beautiful, beautiful garden. I mean, she is just, I mean, it's Better Homes and Garden worthy. It's amazing. And I went down there. I met her through a show. She makes wonderful, wonderful chapstick also. Met her through a show that I did out in Millville a couple of years ago now. And she is just the nicest person you'd ever want to meet. And she sells her veggies during the height of the veggie season. And she's got fruit trees and all kinds of stuff. And so she was advertising on Facebook Marketplace that she was selling elderberry cuttings, which is one of the things I wanted to add to my garden. And so I went down there. Well, 2 hours later, she just, I mean, we have so much in common. She makes kombucha, big, beautiful, beautiful garden. I said, why in the world don't you have a YouTube channel? She just amazing. And it's just, everything is just neat as a pin. Mine's all haphazard and it's just really nice. And she's just a great person. So if you get a chance, please go follow her page. And if you live local, in the height of the vegetable fruit season, oh, there goes my beets. I'm going to grab that in a minute, but right now I'm finishing this up. So it's been 30 minutes, and I'll poke a skewer in there. Try not to overlap these, but all right, then you put the old lid on. These don't take long. These usually don't take long at all. Turn it on. And off she goes. So now we're going to go over to the stove. Ooh, I wish there was smell-o-vision. They smell like roasted beets. That smells pretty darn good. So I'm going to take the biggest, I can't remember which one was the biggest one. This one's pretty good size. I got myself a wooden skewer. I'm going to poke that in. I don't think that one's ready. They're pretty hard still. I did get it into the beet. You can tell by looking at that. So back in the oven she goes. I think I'm going to do another 30 minutes because that was pretty tough right there. I just don't, she says it doesn't really matter. You just don't really want to burn them. So here we go. Another 30 minutes. All right, we're right at 40 minutes. So I am going to, I think some of these smaller guys are probably done, I'm gonna guess. Oh yeah, that one is definitely done. I'm gonna set him right there. Ooh, hot little dudes. It's kind of like opening up a present. I think that one's okay. We'll leave them kind of covered up in there. Let's see, this one leaked a little juice out. Okay, that one's still pretty hard. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna, whew, hot tamale. This one's probably done. Oh yeah, close enough. Ooh. Come on, little guy. Ooh, hot dog, dude. Yep. So everybody's done except for this bigger one. So I'm going to put him back in the oven for just a smidgy. And you do have to be careful with these beets because they will stain everything. Okay, then you want to pick a bowl or plate or anything that you don't care if it gets stained up. And then I'm just going to put my little fellas in there to cool off. Messy, messy, messy. You can wear gloves. She says you can wear gloves if you want to do this. I don't really care if my hands get all stained up. That's not going to bother me. Little crunchy parts of the root or the stem. Alright, so we're just going to let these guys cool off. So you can see the steam coming off them. Can't handle them right now. And then we're going to wait another, we're giving it 11 more minutes in the oven for the big guy. I also got some beautiful carrots from Shae. And so instead of letting the greens go to waste, I washed them really well. And I'm going to spread them out. I had one tray left. And I figured, why not? I'm going to add these to my green mix for my vitamin mineral tincture. Boom, put that right in there. Nothing goes to waste. That guy wasn't ready yet, so I'm putting him in for, I put him in for another 15 minutes. We'll see how that works out. All right, kids, here we go. All of our beets are roasted. They're cooling. Once they're cooled, then we have to cut the bottom, the top, and get the peelings off. And they should rub right off if you roasted them properly, according to the directions. In the meantime, I'm heating up in my saucepan my brine for my pickled beets. I have 1 cup of apple cider vinegar and 1 cup of water. So I'm adding that to the pan. 1/3 cup of sugar. I'm going to put this on medium heat. And it says 1/4 teaspoon of dry mustard. I do not have that. So what I'm going to do is just skip that part. I thought of putting regular mustard in there, and I'm like, nah, I better not. So that's okay. I do have mustard seeds in my pickling mix, but I didn't want to use that in here because it would screw up the recipe. And then the only other couple things is a teaspoon of kosher salt. I use Redmond's. I picked that up in Idaho when I went, and now I buy it all the time. I love this stuff. It's got, I forget how many trace minerals in it. It's a sea salt. Does it say? I don't know. There's an obscene amount of minerals in it. It's awesome. Doesn't say. Oh well. Anyways, if you're local, they sell it at Orchard Nutrition in Redding. If you're not, you can certainly get it online. And she says 5 whole black peppercorns. That's what I've got here. There we go. 5 exactly. Okay, so we have all of our ingredients. We're going to whisk that around. And then she says to bring this to a boil, I believe. Let's see. says let it cool a bit. And oh shoot, you're supposed to put the peppercorns in the jar with the beets once you get them peeled. Oops. Oh well, it'll be all right. You put in a clean jar. I'm using a quart mason jar, a tight-fitting lid, and then you says it, bring to a boil in a medium saucepan, stirring until sugar is dissolved. Simmer for a few minutes, take off the heat, allow to cool a bit. So I figured while this is going on, then our beets can cool and we'll get them peeled up. Okay, we'll be back. All right, I'm going to start peeling some of these as I go along and periodically stir that. And these ones are cool. So it says you can use like a paper towel and the peelings just come right off. I am just going to do this with my favorite little paring knife. Try to save as much of the actual beet as you can. Alright, so I got that done. I cut the root off. Now I'm going to cut the top off. These would be very good items to give your chickens. So I'm just going to slice this right into my jar. Ooh, look how pretty these are. Oh my goodness. I kind of want them in little bite-sized pieces just because they are going to go on my salad. You can slice them in rounds, however you like. I'm so excited about this. That guy's still really hot, so we're... Ooh, this one's nice and tender. Some of them I don't think I waited quite long enough, but that's okay. They'll still be delicious. Need to fix my glasses. There we go. I was looking out of my bifocal instead of my trifocal. I couldn't really see. This is really not as big of a mess as I thought it was going to be. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, we got all the peelings off of that one. Cut the top off. Cut her in half. You get a little bit of the root in the jar or the tops. It's not going to hurt anything. Everything is fully scrubbed and baked, roasted, whatever you want to call it. Look at that. Look at these. Well, it's all steamed up now, but hard to see. Okay, I'm going to finish these up and then we'll be back. All right, so we have our jar of beets. It's kind of steamed up. It's hard to tell. Maybe you could see them better that way. Oh yeah, pretty, pretty. I probably should have just done a pint, but I wasn't sure what I was going to get. And then this has come to a boil. We simmered it for a few minutes. So now we're going to let this cool. And then once that happens, we're going to pour it in here. And put her in the fridge, and I would let it sit for at least 2 to 3 days, maybe longer, depends on how pickly you like your stuff. And the recipe says that it will last for at least 6 weeks in the fridge, so I doubt it will last that long, but there you have it, refrigerator pickled beets. And thank you so much, Shae, for your lovely produce. Hope the sun is shining where you all are today. I hope you're having a great day. Everybody's safe, healthy, and happy. Again, please pray for those folks in Southern California with all those horrific fires going on. That is just, it's devastating. And thanks for watching, subscribing. My subscriptions have went up, I mean, just in the last couple of days, like 10, 15, maybe more. I don't know. But thank you folks very, very, very much. Have a great day. God bless. Bye-bye.